How you doing today? I'm FrankieG, the Cooking Cowboy. So today I wanted to continue my series of the various functions of the Ninja Foodi Pro 10-in-1 air fryer oven. Today's function, bagel. Now there's two problems with the bagel function. One, it only toasts a bagel. That's all it is. That's a very simple function. It just toasts bagels. The second problem, I don't have any bagels. So what I decided to do today is to make homemade New York style bagels. So let's get started with that. So the first thing we need to do is to activate the yeast. And in order to do that, what we need to do is to get some water. I have about 1 1/4 cups of hot water, 90, 100 degrees. And to that, I'm gonna add 3½ teaspoons of dry active yeast. Also, I'm going to add about 5½ teaspoons of sugar. Get a spoon, stir that up. Get all the lumps out of it. And we're going to give it about 10 minutes to activate. So it should get a little foamy on top, and then we'll move on to the next step. I'll see you in 10 minutes. So it's been about 10 minutes, and we let that sugar, the yeast, and the water all come together and activate the yeast. Look at it. It's beautiful. So the next step what we want to do is we want to stir it down. Get some of them bubbles out of there. So now I'm going to be using 500 grams of bread flour, which is about 3 3/4 cups, just a little bit less, 3.68 cups. So now what you want to do is take about 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt, add it to the flour. There's 1 teaspoon. And 1/4 teaspoon. You can mix that up a little bit by hand. Make sure you wash your hands because you're going to get them dirty. So now you want to pour your mixture in there. Now you start mixing it. So don't worry about getting it all mixed real well because that's not the big concern here. We just want to get it into a dough. Nice and easy. You don't want the flour going all over the place. You want to get it roughly mixed together. Get a little bit off your fingers. So now it's in a rough dough, and I wouldn't worry about the scraps in the bottom because we're all going to mix it in anyway. Just get it as good as you can. So now you want to dump it out on a clean surface. Get a little bit of the scraps out. Get this off to the side. And now you want to start to knead the dough. You're going to have to do this for about 10 minutes and it should transform into a smooth, silky dough. So what you want to do is you want to press down with your heel of your hand and then bring it back. Basically you're going to fold it into itself. Stretch it out with your hand, bring it back. Take some of this loose stuff, put it in there as well. Pushing it out and bringing it in. Now we're going to have to do this for about 10 minutes. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes to show you what it looks like. So I've been kneading this dough for 10 minutes. It's kind of a workout, but as you can see, it's smooth, it's silky, it's beautiful. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna fold it underneath itself a little just like this. And I'm going to make it into a round ball. So you just wanna cup your hands around it and move in a circular motion. All right, so now what we want to do is take our bowl, put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of the bowl, put that in, move it around just a little. This way it doesn't stick. So the next thing you want to do is you want to cover it with a warm, damp towel. So now we're going to take this, put it off on the side for about an hour, and it should double in size. I'll see you in about an hour. Alright, so it's been an hour. Let's take this off and see what we got. Ooh, looks like it rose up nice. So now what we want to do is we want to punch it back down. You want to get it out. Put it on a nice clean surface, which I've cleaned it off nice. Punch it down. Let's get this off to the side. So what you want to do next is you want to take it and fold it in on itself like this. And again, bring it on this side and bring it back to a round ball. So now what we want to do is we want to cut it into 8 equal sized pieces, or as close as we can get it. So you want to cut it down the middle. There's 2. There's 4. Then you want to cut those in half. Just like this. As close as you can get it. No, we're not. Nobody's perfect, but get it as close. You take them and you fold them in underneath each other. Okay? Just like that. And then you want to get it into a round ball. Again, cup your hand using the palm of your hand in a circular motion. And there's one. Fold it in like this underneath itself. Bring it into the center. And again, continue making a round ball. And then you just continue with the rest of them. They're not all going to be the same size, but that's what makes a bagel a bagel. It's all individual. So now that we got all of our 8 dough balls ready to go, what we want to do is just want to cover them for about 10 minutes with a cloth, and then we can get to the next step, which is the most crucial step of all. So let's get those covered for a few minutes. So the next step, what we need to do is get a pot of water boiling, and we need to have it at a slow boil to put these in, because this is the most critical part. Let's get that going. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be bringing this to a boil, let it get to a low boil, and then we're going to just immerse or put them in. Then we're just going to put the bagels in for about a minute on each side. Okay? And we'll be using this spider here to get them in and out. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. So now we go on to the next step. What you want to do is you want to take your thumb and your index finger and kind of just push it together into the center and make a small hole. All right. Once you get that small hole started, then you're going to want to get your other finger in there, and you just want to slowly and very carefully move it around like this till we get it a little bit bigger, till you get about a 1-inch hole. Don't worry about it being perfect, but now it's going to start to take shape. It's actually starting to look like a bagel. And then you just repeat the step with the rest of them. Again, your index finger and your thumb till you get through. Just make it a little bigger. Work your finger in there. And just elongate it. Nice and easy. You don't want to overstretch it. Nice and easy. The water's already boiling, so that's a good thing. By the way, if I haven't mentioned, a happy Mother's Day today to all you moms out there. You probably won't see this till after Mother's Day, but That's another reason why I'm making bagels. Making bagels for my sweet significant other. She does so much for me, so it's the least I could do for her. And we're down to the last one. So I've got a cutting board here. I'm just going to transfer them to the cutting board to get them over there. Now it's got a good boil going, so I'm going to lower this down just to keep it a low rolling boil. So you want to drop these in, and you know you got a good bagel when it floats. If it don't float, it ain't good. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. Now you want to leave them in about a minute. Give them a turn, and then one more minute, and then that's it. Get them out of there. This is a very crucial part of the bagel making process, though. So that's been about a minute, so now we want to turn them. Set that timer for 1 minute. So that's been about a minute, so you want to turn them back and get them out of there. And then we'll do the other 4. Using the spider, we want to get as much moisture off them as possible. There's a minute. That's the 4 of them. And then we get the other 4 in. Set that timer again for 1 minute. This is pretty much the most crucial part of the whole process. You can't skip this. This is very important in the bagel making process. All right, that's 1 minute. Let's turn them. Come on, get over. You wanna mess with me? And again, 1 minute. And there's the minute on those. So let's flip them back and get them out. Again, using the spider, getting as much water off them as possible. These are looking really nice so far. They're a little wrinkly, but don't worry. Wait till you see them when they're done. These are coming out beautiful. Look at that, huh? How you doing, Mr. Bagel, huh? And then the last one. Let's turn this water off too, because we don't need that anymore. Let's bring these back over to the island. Look at that, huh? So the next step, what I want to do is I want to get them egg washed, and then I want to get some of them with some everything bagel seasoning, and some of them plain. So let's do that. Throw this out. Let's get this mixed up. So the egg wash is mixed. Let's get them egg washed. Everything's egg washed. Let's move that off to the side. Now I'm going to be doing this in the Ninja Foodi air fryer oven under the bake feature. So we're going to see how this comes out. I got to really keep an eye on it because these things can burn. I don't know how long to cook them. I know how long to cook them in a conventional oven, but this is the first time trying it in the Ninja Foodi air fryer under the bake feature. So let me get that going. It's on air fry. We want to switch it to bake. 2 levels, levels 1 and 3. We want the time to be, let's leave it on 20 minutes, but the temp, I'm going to raise that up to 425. Right, get back down there. And I'm going to give it a start so it starts to, whoop, I didn't hit the start, I hit the power button. Again, let's start this over again. We're going to go down to bake. The time is 20 minutes. We're going to increase that to 425. I'm going to get these pans out because these are the two pans we're going to be using on. Again, 2-level cooking, and we want to start. So it's going to preheat, which is going to give me time to get these onto the pan. So I don't want it to stick, so I'm using some avocado oil. I want to get these two bagels on here by themselves. And the rest, we're going to use some everything seasoning. You can make it yourself, but I bought it pre-mixed. It's just easier that way for me. Don't be bashful, huh? You can never put enough of this stuff on. Oh, it smells delicious. It almost smells like a bagel. Put these on the pan. Put these on the other pan. So now I'm just waiting for the air fryer to finish preheating. There it is. Let's get them in. So now they're in there. I got it set for 20 minutes, but I'm going to keep an eye on it because an air fryer or a convection oven cooks a lot faster than a regular oven. So it's actually going to be going by eye. When it gets that golden brown color, I'm stopping it. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. There's about 2.5 minutes left, so it's been about 17.5, almost 18 minutes. And it kind of looked like they're just about done. So I'm going to open it up and see what we got. They look beautiful. I'm taking them out. Stick a fork in them, baby. We're done. Ah, that's beautiful. Comes right up. Oh, almost comes right off. I'm losing it. Now I looked at the bottom. The bottom are golden brown. The first time I made these just to try it out, they became a little burnt, so I'm really happy with what I got here. Now we'll get the other ones out. Put this here. These look beautiful. So now that I got them all out, let's take one, cut it open, and see what we got inside. Wow. I miss home already. Look at that. Flaky, airy, nice holes in them for nice aeration in the dough. But what's most important is, let's get a taste. Excellent, excellent. This is a dream come true. These are so good. They're airy, they're fluffy. The texture is good. Excellent. So, happy Mother's Day to all. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. And also, give me a like and a share. This is FrankieG, the Cooking Cowboy, signing off. See you next time. Sayonara. Oh, so good.